Hi, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. Glad to be back with you. Well, it's been a few weeks since I started my sweet potatoes, and I wanted to show you what it was like. Now, the way that I grew up when my mom would start them, she would always stick toothpicks in them and stick them in a jar with water. So that's one way that I did. And I'll show you what has happened there. So tons of roots, and I've got some nice slips started. Finally, on this side, there's beginning to get some. And I took this out of water so I would not spill it. I'm going to show you the second method. Second method I used was I put some potting soil in a little container, poked holes in the bottom, and keeping it very nice and moist. And I cut a sweet potato in half. And I want to show you what's been going on with it. So this actually has a lot more growth. And it started sooner. And finally I'm getting some additional growth here. So let's compare the two. Which do you think is the better way? Well, I'm glad I got to do both of them. Now, I went out and I worked in the garden today. And I did not get to videotape that because it's really hard for me to pack a camera around and get things done. But I did get a few things planted, and still very cold here. So I cleared a bed, raked it nice and smooth. The chickens had really been working on it. So one thing I planted was from Baker's Creek, and it's cylinder beets. I planted those. And some carrots, this brand. And then also these. So I planted those carrots and beets today. They should do fine. And I'm trying something new because I have not been very successful with my carrots in the past. So I've watched some other YouTubes, and they talked about, no, of course, barely putting them in, having the soil well prepared. I had all that. And then covering it up with like cardboard. So I covered up my whole bed with cardboard. That'll serve two purposes. It'll keep it dark for the germination of the carrots. I hope that really works. It will keep the chickens out till I can get the chicken fence done. Then I went to work mulching some leaves. I bought a leaf mulcher, and I'll be showing you that soon, so we'll talk more about that later. And then I began working on my blueberry beds. So I got 2 of them weeded, and I took out 2 blueberry plants that I'm going to give to a friend. I decided that I'm going to replant some dukes. I have a lot of like pink lemonade and those, and they are delicious, but they're small, very small fruit. And dukes are supposed to be one of the largest, and that'll be nice for picking. I guess that's about all, except I'm going to be starting tonight, in fact. I'm going to put in some seeds to soak, and tomorrow I'm going to get them going for inside the house. And I'm going to show you what they are. Oops, wrong one. I want to do some nice cantaloupe. This one's called Hearts of Gold. And I will probably try this one again. This is called Tommy Apple, another cantaloupe. I'm going to do an heirloom sugar baby watermelon. That should be delicious. Nanopinos. It's a jalapeno that's not hot. And a crimson sweet watermelon. Yes, it's kind of bent. This one will get bigger than the other one. I'll have to tell you later when I have my glasses on. So I think that's the main thing. I'm going to be starting indoors, but tomorrow I'm also hoping to get to plant some rutabagas outside. Oops, I forgot. I'm also going to plant some California Wonder Bell peppers inside. And outside, going through my seeds very quick. I guess that's about it for now. Oh, I did plant also a salad mix. Quite a bit of it. And I was very surprised because, like I said, the chickens are able to get through our fence till I get that repaired. And so I thought all my garlic was lost, but it wasn't. Now it's not going to be as much as I'd hoped it would be, but it's most of a bed. And my beds are 3 foot wide by 12 foot long. So I'll get quite a bit of those going. So I thought I would tell you what I had going in the garden. And it felt really nice to be out there. I also cleaned out the chicken house today and put it in the new compost bin that I've made. And that's very simply along our fencing. I put some plastic netting on the sides that did not have the regular welded wire. And, you know, I've been layering it. So, manure from the chicken house, and now straw, and I did manure a second time that was mixed with straw. And I also threw out a lot of the weeds that I weeded today. There was quite a few, and a few leaves and just things to get some activity going in there. I'm also going to be throwing some of the animal bread that I was lucky enough to get yesterday, in there so that it will draw the chickens' attention. They might as well be working in there as me. Well, I just thought I'd give you this update. It's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I want to pray blessings on you and yours, in your house, out of your house, in the day and the night. Whatever you do, keep dreaming. Grow something if you get a chance, even if you only have a pot.